Hello everyone. This video shows you a walkthrough of a plus 16
3,
Plaguefall Mythic
2,
plus Keystone.
1.
I played as a Protection Paladin of eye level 229. The fixes this week are Tyrannical, Spiteful, Necrotic, and Tormented. The main ones to look out for are Tyrannical and Necrotic due to the high boss HP and damage, and managing your Necrotic stacks. So let's get into it. For the first couple of pulls, you need to interrupt a few things. Creepy Crawlers of the Giant, Fungal Storm of the Fungi Stormer, and Wondergrow if you can't purge or spell steal it for a mage. The first pull can be a little big due to the luxury of having all DPS and tanking CDs. I'll give inputs on the boss fights when we reach them and any tips I can give on specific packs while doing them. Be a little careful while engaging this general. It is possible to pull a couple of things from the left or the right side if the DPS, healers and the tank is not careful of walking directly in the middle. Also, this general is the toughest one out of all the 4 generals. The healing gets reduced by 50% and this guy also does a decent amount of damage. Just be careful that you guys are stacked when he does his AoE cast, and the person who is targeted by the charge gets out of the group. For the first boss fight, decide with your group on the CCs for the big ooze ads when they come out. I highly recommend you kill all the small ones. Also, paladins and monks in the group can really help in dispelling all diseases after the boss stomps. Further, DPS need to be careful of the frontal AoE the boss does, as it will one-shot them. This boss is mostly around handling the big oozes and not getting hit by the boss frontal AoE. In our group, we add a hunter trap and turn evil on the paladins for handling the big oozes. While engaging the slime claws in this next section, you just need to be careful about one thing. These guys tend to run away when their HP is low and can aggro other packs. Your group needs to be careful to either slow them or stun them when they're trying to run away. One more thing, whenever you engage a spine breaker in the next few packs, the DPS needs to be careful that they're never standing in front of it, and someone in the group walks over the small slimy oozes that pop out when the spine breaker dies. With regard to slimes, whenever you engage a green slime, prioritize interrupting it, and whenever you engage a purple slime, prioritize killing it, since it reduces the damage taken by other creeps around it. As I indicated earlier, the slime claws can be a little dangerous when they run away, since they have the ability to aggro other trash packs. Here, I did not really want to pull these slimes, but one of the slime claws ran away and just pulled them. In the end, we did handle this trash pack, but it can get a lot riskier if the slime claws pull a couple of other trash packs. It is usually a good idea to get this general before the boss fight, since the DPS will gain anima once this dies and their damage will increase on the boss. In the second boss fight, the boss will jump onto two separate platforms once it reaches a specific threshold, which is around 63% and 34%. When he does, the DPS need to focus down the big green slime while you tank the boss and the purple slime away from them. Once that is down, the DPS need to DPS the purple slime down before they switch to the boss. This can be avoided if the purple slime can be permanently CC'd for the rest of the encounter through CCs like Banish, Roots, etc. It does save a little bit of time if you want to do that, but it is a little risky. As a tank, be careful when the purple slime jumps on you and the boss casts Slime Injection. Both of these do hurt on Tyrannical. Other mechanics that you need to be careful as a DPS are when the boss jumps around and causes an explosion around him. This explosion can get you low and also one-shot you if you're right in the middle. That is basically the whole boss fight. In the next 3 packs, you will face a Brood Ambusher. You need to handle this mob carefully. He would try and cast Stealthlings, which you need to interrupt as much as you can, mostly through stun type abilities. If it does manage to cast it, you need to notice where the Stealthlings are and AoE them down, or at least AoE stun or distort them. If not, they would probably one-shot any person on which they jump. You can ignore the other casts from this mob. In some situations, you can get really unlucky if the Stealthlings spawn next to another pack. In that case, you need to engage that pack and get these Stealthlings down ASAP. Other abilities to watch out for in these packs are Bulwark cast by the defender and Call Venomfang cast by the sniper. Both of these need to be interrupted, especially the Bulwark since it reduces all damage taken within the shield. This is the third boss fight in Plaguefall. This boss has a few abilities you and your party needs to be careful about. For the tank, they need to be careful about Cytotoxic Slash, which can be dispelled. DPS and heals need to be careful about Shadow Ambush and move out of the group. As soon as the ability stuns the target, the group or someone from the group needs to move towards the player to avoid them from getting netted from solitary prey. The boss will also cast Brood Assassins a few times, where you need to rush to the webbed areas and get the assassins out to DPS them down. This is easier for high mobility classes to get this done quickly. And that's the whole boss fight. Once this boss is down, you need to have at least 82% in trash before heading down. Each of the oozes below give 1%, and the rest of the trash gives around 15%. You can adjust what you need based on any mispulls earlier. This is the final boss fight in Plaguefall. I would highly recommend that you last in the last phase of the boss fight, as a lot is happening and you want to get through that phase ASAP. A few things to watch out for this boss. As a tank, you should pick up any adds that spawn during the boss fight. Beware. You need to soak the AoE damage the add does. Also, everyone in the party need to be really careful of all tentacle slams happening during the boss fight as well as during the intermission. These will one-shot you. Also, the non-elite adds that spawn during the intermission melee really hard. So it is better if they never reach the tank and are killed ASAP. When the boss is up, it will cast Infectious Rain frequently. The higher the stacks, the more they hurt. Paladins and monks can dispel this debuff, and I would recommend that you cast your dispel at 2 to 3 stacks. Help the healer by using minor CDs when this debuff is on you. When the last phase starts, everything including the slams, the infectious rain, and add spawn happens simultaneously. Lust during this phase and get the boss down as soon as possible. Beware. Hope you enjoyed watching the walkthrough of this Mythic Plus dungeon. Please subscribe to the channel for more WoW related content and new game walkthroughs. Thank you so much for watching.